Hello everyone, welcome to new tutorial. I will try to explain you through tasks starting from easier and simpler to more complex, how to properly apply PHP commands and functions. So this series of tutorials will not be just a theory, but a constant practice so you can later use that knowledge yourself. Today we will learn about variables and how to use them. Also, we are going to learn how to create form, how to submit the form with get and post methods, what is the difference between them, and also how to use if-else statements. First, you have to open your text editor. I prefer Sublime Text Editor. And now you have to write PHP script with PHP start and end delimiters. All between delimiters is our PHP script. Okay. Now I will talk briefly about variables. Variables are used for storing values such as numeric values, characters, strings, or memory addresses, so they can be used in any part of the program. In PHP, a variable starts with a $sign. Okay, and followed by the name of the variable. For this example, I can just type user name, okay, and that is our variable. Now you can type equal, quotation marks, and between quotation marks you can type your value, what you will to our variable store. I will type my name and of course semicolon at the end. You should also know that a valid variable name starts with the letter A to Z, uppercase and lowercase, or underscore, followed by any number of letters, numbers, or underscores. If a variable name is more than one word, it can be separated with the underscore. For example, username 2. Okay. And now our variable is separated. Next thing what I'm going to do is echo our variable username, semicolon. Now Control plus S to save our file, or you can just type file, then save. Now open your browser and press F5, and as you can see, everything works properly. If you're wondering why we don't write just echo and then quotation marks and Matia, okay, now Control S to check. It is same, but also is not the same. Why? The answer is that sometimes you may not know in advance what will be written in the variable. For example, you have a login form and you want to welcome the logged in user with the sentence, hey, hello, welcome, and then username. But you don't know his name. And what you can do? You can put the name of logged in user in a variable and then write in the code. Okay? I will show you one example. Okay. Above PHP script, I will make one simple form with form command. Okay. That is all between form delimiters is our form. Now here I am going to type name, action, then method. Okay. Now action field. Because I plan to process the form on the current page, I will type in the action field one command. I will copy that command here. Okay. And what is that command? The $_server PHP_self is a super global variable that returns the file name of the currently executing script. So the global variable sends the submitted form data to the page itself instead of jumping to another different page. Okay, and HTML special characters function converts special characters to HTML entities. This means that it will replace some HTML characters and prevents attackers from exploiting the code by injecting HTML or JavaScript code. Okay, here action attribute is used to specify where the data is sent to be processed. For example, you can proceed form to another PHP page. It will talk. I will talk more about that in the next tutorial. And now we have here PHP method in our form. Okay, and we have two methods. You can use get or post method. PHP get and PHP post are super global methods, meaning that you can use them anywhere in your script. They both send the data that user provide from form to the server. And now I will briefly explain in which cases it's better to choose one or the other and how to use them correctly. Okay. Super global post and get are used to gather data from PHP forms. That is really important to know. Get method, okay, is used for non-sensitive data and allows bookmarking pages. And from other side, post method is used for sensitive data and it is considered more secure. Sometimes, if you want to send just some text and characters, you can achieve the same result using PHP get as with the post method. But when you have the opportunity, always use the post method while it's more secure. And the get method is restricted to send up to 1024 characters only. Get can be used to send binary data like images or documents to the server, etc. I will show you both methods in this tutorial, but first get method. And I will add one field, an input field right here. Okay, input field. I make this input field so we can enter the name throughout the browser, okay? And here, type, I will type text, okay? While our username is just text. And name equal username, okay? Username. That is our input field. Now I will type button, okay? Button, type submit, and name submit. Now save. I'm going to check if everything works correctly. Okay, here's our input field, here's our submit button. And now I want everything what I enter in the input field to be shown on the display in our browser. Okay, and I type mark submit. Nothing happened. Okay, and now we have to create some action in PHP, and that we can do with if-else statement combined with the get and post method. Okay, conditional statements are used to perform different actions based on different conditions. The if statement I will show you now. The if statement have next syntax. Okay, that is our if statement. And the if statement executes some code if one condition is true. For example, if 5 bigger than 2, then code what you write here will be executed. Okay, and else, okay, sentences, in the case that the condition is not true in if statement, code in else will be executed. Okay, you can type echo, then not true, and here if you can type that is true. Okay, I will make some space here. Okay, that is if statement, and that is else statement. Now I will delete here and save in order to check if everything works fine, and you can see it's true. Okay, now if I type 1 and save, not true, while condition is false. Okay, and because code in else will be executed. And okay, now type if and condition is set. For variable you can type $_ get, then quotation marks. Okay, you can type submit. And what is set? The isSet function checks whether a variable is set, which means that it has to be declared and it is not null. This function returns true if the variable exists and is not null. Otherwise, it returns false. In our case, isSet, okay, isSet submit means if someone is clicked on button submit. Okay, if someone is clicked, execute next code. Here I'm going to type username variable equal, then $_ underscore get username, and most important, semicolon. Okay. And what is that? Variable get username. Our username is equal what our user is typed in our input field, named username. When here you have username 2, then here you can also type username 2. Okay. And now type echo our variable, semicolon, and now type else echo please enter your name, and now save. Now to check if everything worked properly. Okay, I can delete. Here press enter. Okay, please enter your name. Now I can type, for this example, Marco, and submit. And as you can see, here is Marco. But if I click just one more time, nothing happened. And therefore we will add another command in our if statement. Okay. Now and not empty, forget user name. Okay. And what's that mean? If someone is clicked on button submit and our input field is not empty, then execute code in if statement between these two delimiters, and if our condition is not true, then execute code in else statement. Now save and check if everything works. Please enter your name, submit. Please enter your name. You can type Mattia and now submit. Please enter your name. Our code works properly now. But as you can see here in browser box, username equal nothing and submit equal nothing. But when I type some username and click submit, you can see here, okay, and that is not secure. For this reason and a few another reasons, the get method is not very secure, and always when you have opportunity, use post method. Now I will show you how to use post method. Delete get and change with post. Now save and check. Type. And as you can see, you can read nothing. Okay, mark, submit. Everything in input field is hidden. Now and code works properly, just as before. And now, if you want to print on screen welcome plus variable username, you have to separate variable and the text. I will show you that right now. First of all, you need to put the text in quotation marks. Welcome, then space. Now dot, you can separate with dot. And now Control S to save. Okay, enter, submit, okay, welcome Mattia. And if you want to add just more text, you can also here type dot, quotation marks, and now here sign. Now Control S to save, and as you can see, everything works fine. And that is that. Today we have learned what the variables are, how to use post and get methods, how to create a basic form and process data from it, and now also how to use the if-else statement. In the following tutorials we go further. Thanks for your watching.